hello beautiful, and welcome to High Vibe Honey for the week of the 29th of April 2019. I'm your host, Gala Darling. I'm in my best manifesting Barbie workout look, and after I do this, I'm going to take this wig off and I'm going to go to the gym and do some cardio, and I'm very excited about it. So before we jump into the cards for the week, which are predictably beautiful and uplifting and empowering, I wanted to let you know that Radical Rituals Abundance, my money manifesting class, goes up in price on Wednesday, the 1st of May. And when I say up in price, I really mean up in price. Because, like I keep saying, the testimonials I'm getting are so amazing. I got a text from my client this morning who said that for her birthday, her father sent her a cake with rolls of money inside. I couldn't even make that up if I tried. That was the best, most amazing thing ever. And the results of this class really speak for themselves. They're all in my Instagram story highlights, and also on the official sales page, I have a bunch of the older testimonials from the past year. But literally, since I told everyone the price is going up, people have been re-inspired to take it. So, if you already had the class, you can just take it again. You can take it as many times as you like. And the testimonials are rolling in thick and fast. I get new ones every day. And they make me cackle and they make me smile. And they're so beautiful. And I'm really excited for all of you. It's very important for women to have money, because when we have money, we are powerful. We can affect change in the world. We can really get shit done. And that's why it's spiritual to be wealthy. It's not a sin. It's not greedy. It's not a crime for you to be wealthy so that you can do powerful things with your money. So if you have been on the fence, this is the time to jump over the fence, I guess, and join us and start doing these 2 weeks worth of activities with us. And you will see the most astonishing results, and I'm preemptively really excited for you. So the link is below in the info for the video, and I would love to see you there. And if not, maybe you'll join us once the price goes up. That's cool too. It's your call. But I don't know, man. It's the most successful course I've ever created, and it is so much bigger than I ever thought it would be. And I think that's what happens when you create something that you're excited about. It kind of takes on a life of its own. And this class has absolutely done that. We have thousands of people enrolled in this class. And yeah, the testimonials speak for themselves. So don't listen to me, read the testimonials and make your own assessments. And if you'd like to join us, we would be thrilled to have you. Then I also wanted to remind you that I'm speaking in Miami on the 8th of May, and I will be at the Sacred Space in Miami. Again, I'd love to see you there too. We'll be talking all about radical self-love, how to love ourselves like the bad bitches we are, doing lots of exercises and activities, and just loving ourselves hard. It's going to be so much fun. I can't wait. So let's look at these cards for the week. This week we used the Neo Tarot deck by Jericho Mandibur, who you may remember was a guest on the Gala Darling show a few weeks ago. She is an incredible Australian tarot card reader and witch, and I love these cards. They're so beautiful. And so this week we had a really nice spread of things. The last 2 weeks has really been about work, as Rihanna would say. Being really focused on a project, putting all our attention there and making the most of it. And like I've been saying to you, success is a byproduct of quality and dedication. And that's awesome. And that's great. And whoop, whoop, whoop. But this week, we are in a different space, clearly, because that's what these cards tell us. So the first card that we pulled for the week is the Ace of Cups, which is just a beautiful card. The Ace of Cups is about beginnings and fulfillment and the blossoming and freshness of relationships and friendships and even new creative projects. And I'm sure that we've pulled this card before, and I'm also sure that when we did that, I said to you that the real question this card is asking you is, are you able to receive what is being given to you? Now, that is The big question, we're actually always being shown opportunities. We're always being handed these chances and these great things. But if we don't think we're worthy of accepting them or experiencing them, then we are going to sabotage ourselves. We're going to talk ourselves out of it. We're going to ask everybody else for an opinion, and then we're going to miss our moment. So this card asks you, do you really feel worthy of receiving what is on offer? And if you don't feel worthy, you gotta step up your radical self-love practice, baby. So magical morning practice every day. Meditation, tapping, all of the tapping that we do in High Vibe Honey will help you to feel worthy. And Radical Rituals Abundance will knock it out of the park on this subject. Really feeling worthy is so, so important. Like, if you've ever been in a relationship with someone who you loved so much, but deep down they didn't feel worthy of your love, I'm sure you have. I feel like almost all of us have had this experience. And what you'll notice is no matter how much you pour into their cup, it doesn't matter. It's like pouring water into a sieve because it just goes straight through. They don't believe they're worthy of it, so they can't even catch it and hold it. And that's what the Ace of Cups is saying. It's like, we're giving this to you. We are pouring this into your cup. Do you have a consistent container where you can hold it and keep it and use it? So that's the question this week, and it's such an important question. And I really want you to start looking at the places in your life where maybe you are self-sabotaging. Maybe you are accepting less. Maybe your standards are a little bit too low. It's all about self-worth. As you know, tapping is my favorite way to deal with these kinds of things. Even just tapping on like, I don't believe I'm worthy over and over and over again will help you so much. This card also says that good financial news is coming and that you're going to land on your feet financially. So I feel like it's kind of like, hey, take Radical Rituals Abundance. But that's just my interpretation. And yes, I may be slightly biased. That's what I think it's saying. But you may have a different take on it, and you're welcome to your own interpretation. Our second card of the week is the Three of Cups, and I love this card. And whenever I watch a tarot card reading by Veronica Vallo, one of my favorite people and the official Love Witch, she always says that the Three of Cups is the girl gang card. It's the card of having your best girlfriends over to your house and hanging out, maybe doing a ritual or whatever you're into. I mean, that's what I'm into. Not everyone's into that. But having your best girlfriends around and spending time with them and talking and collaborating. And this is the card that reminds us that we are not alone. This is the card that reminds us that we do have community around us all the time, actually. We may just not be paying attention to it. And I did my manifesting ritual at the Wing on Wednesday night in West Hollywood here in Los Angeles. And we had 120 women. It was so amazing. And we were all tapping together on releasing our money blocks. It was so powerful. Holy shit, it was really an incredible experience. But it reminded me how important it is to be around women who are like-minded. When you are on a spiritual path, when you are dedicated to improving yourself and being the best version of yourself possible, you are going to have situations where your old friends, the people that you used to hang out with and used to have so much in common with, it's no longer a fit. It's no longer a vibe. There's nothing there to connect to anymore. You kind of don't have anything to talk about. So this card reminds us that those like-minded people are around us. And at the Wing, after my event, I hung out for half an hour or so, and I was talking to all the women there. And they're so powerful and thoughtful and spiritually evolved and kind, and it was a really beautiful experience. And it was so nice just to be reminded that women like that exist and that actually they're everywhere and they exist in droves. So this card is saying to you, if you don't feel like you've got your girl gang on lock right now, it's time for you to start paying attention to that and putting energy in that. So look around and see what's up. Maybe there is an all-women co-working space near you, or maybe that's not your vibe. Maybe there are other ways that you can find that community within your own city or your own town. But really, just remembering that you are not by yourself. You don't have to do anything alone. And that actually the more time you spend with like-minded people, people who make you feel good, people who love you, people who encourage you, the better you will feel. Now, our third card is interesting because it's different to these two. Ace of Cups and Three of Cups is like telling a story that makes a lot of sense. King of Swords is different. King of Swords is the card of independent thought, and it's the card of having clarity of mind. What I believe this card is telling us this week is that our minds are very powerful, and that whatever it is that you want to do, and I think this carries on from the last 2 weeks, whatever it is that you want to do, you need to stay committed to that idea. And this moves us into a new phase of that idea where we're also thinking a lot about ethics and integrity. How can we take these projects that we're doing and make sure that we're doing them in a way that uplifts everybody that's involved? We don't want to shortchange people. We don't want to underpay people for their work. We want everyone involved to feel that they are being well compensated. We want everyone involved to feel that they're getting good value for money. We want to make sure that we're doing this in a way that it aligns with our morals and our ethics. This card, in some ways, like to me, this card is almost a little bit of a warning not to take any shortcuts, not to do anything that you wouldn't want to like get out there. So I think this is a really good guiding principle in life, just as much as it is in business. Really, why would you do something that you would be embarrassed if people found out about? You're just not going to feel good about it. You're not going to sleep well at night. And I don't know if I believe in karma, but sometimes when I look at people's lives, I think like, yeah, maybe that's a true thing. So this card is really about doing things properly with integrity and with ethics and good morals. It also tells us that our minds are very, very powerful. So just like the last 2 weeks, energy flows where attention goes, which means that wherever you are putting your mind, wherever you're putting your attention and your focus, it is going to flourish. So we want to make sure that we're putting our attention on things that feel good, things that are uplifting, things that are going to contribute to our lives in a positive way, and not wasting our time on some trifling bullshit. Because it would be really easy to waste our time on some trifling bullshit. We all do it all the time. All the time. But this card says, like, baby, it's time to cut it out. And if you want to be a serious player, you have to play in a serious way. Show what you are capable of before it even manifests. And your life will absolutely bloom before your eyes. The King of Swords, like I said at the beginning, is also about independent thought. And to me, this means thinking about things in a new and fresh and different way. There are a lot of people who have done things in a conventional manner, and that's fine and good for them. But there is a lot to be learned from taking a different approach to things. And actually, this coming weekend, I'm going to be doing a little bit of that myself. A friend of mine and I are going to get together and do some brainstorming. And the idea is to come at our ideas from a completely different angle and see what transpires. I'm so excited to do it. But just remember, even though I always say success leaves clues and you can look at what people have done before you to get an idea of it, it's also important to innovate and push forward and do new things. And so the King of Swords is like, you don't have to do it the way it's always been done. Your intellect is sharp. Use that to your advantage, but use it in such a way that you're using it for good and not for evil, which is pretty simple to do. It's not that hard to not be evil. I think we can all manage it. I think you're probably managing it already. It's just a reminder to keep your fucking nose clean. Simple. So this week's tapping is all about momentum, especially with the Ace of Cups and the Three of Cups. That's really what we're focusing on this week with the tapping. And this tapping is about the better I feel, the better I feel. I feel happier every day. Things are always improving for me. And it's going to be really yummy. And this is just a lovely tapping for your week. Like I always say, you can do this every day if you want to. This is just tapping about remembering that you're loved, that you're supported, and that things are always getting better for you. Who doesn't want a big spoonful of that shit every day? I do. Lovely. So let's jump into it. Drink some water if you have not already. I'm completely out of Perrier Lime. It's a fucking travesty. Don't worry, I have some arriving in 1 hour and 45 minutes. But drink your water and get hydrated so that we're ready to do this tapping. You got it. Now, as always, because we are only tapping in the positive, we're not tapping out the negative this week. And it's cool that we've only been tapping in the positive for the past few weeks. And as you can probably feel, you don't need to tap out the negative all the time. Like, this is very powerful just to tap in the positive. And who knows, maybe the cards next week will be like, okay, we got to break through some stuff. But at the moment, it feels like it's important for us just to power up and level up. I am up leveling my shit in every arena of my life right now, and it feels so good. Nothing feels better than being like, you know what, I can do better, and then creating things and making stuff that like points you in that direction. It's the best feeling. So this tapping is just about like amping that shit up. Why would you not want to amp that shit up? So let's start on the top of the head. I feel happier every day. I have so much positive momentum that keeps pushing me forward, and it feels so good. The more that I make feeling good a priority, the happier I am. And the more that things come to me easily, without me stressing or worrying. Things are just coming to me really effortlessly. My momentum is no joke right now. And it feels so good to ride that momentum. Who knows where this momentum will take me? I feel like I'm on the edge of something brilliant. Something that's going to cast a rainbow over my whole life. And I'm so excited. And I'm so ready for it. I've been ready for it for a long time. But now I feel that it's getting really close. I am feeling so blessed right now. And I feel happier every single day. How is that even possible? I feel like I'm going to run out of happiness at some point. But it doesn't seem to happen. It just keeps getting bigger and bigger. And that feels so good. And even though I may have my fears that the happiness is going to run out, I forgive myself for worrying about it. I accept the doubts that I have. And I love myself regardless. I am so loved and supported. And I know that I'm going to land on my feet no matter what I do. I am one of those people that some people think is lucky. But I know that it's not luck. It's alignment. I know that it's not luck. It's momentum. And the more that I focus on things that make me feel good, the better my life gets. And the more I lift up the people around me. I can't wait to see where my life will be in a year from now. I almost feel like I should write myself a letter about it. But I know it's going to be beautiful. And I am so ready for it. And so it is. Deep breath in and let it go. Now, your homework is to comment like we always do about your manifestations, the things that are coming to you right now, but to phrase them in the past tense as if they have already happened. And then to go through and comment on as many other people's comments as you can. Pour a little fuel on their fire, sizzle that shit, make it snap, crackle, and pop so they feel really good. And I promise you that every comment that you leave where you give other people love, you will feel good too. And you will see that shit pay dividends. Like, start paying attention to the blessings that are coming to you. Start paying attention to the times that you get something for free, or someone's kind to you when they didn't need to be, or whatever. Start making a list of those things and it will blow your mind. The thing is that most of us aren't trained to look for that stuff. Most of us are like, okay, cool. And then when something bad happens, bad, quote unquote, we pay so much attention to that. That's just how our brain is wired. It's a negativity bias. And it kept us safe when we were cave women and, you know, there were fucking woolly mammoths and shit running around. But, spoiler alert, there are no woolly mammoths anymore. So we can train our brains to focus on what makes us feel good. We can train our brains to be more positive. So start writing down the shit that happens to you that is amazing and that makes you smile. And even just reading that list back once a day or once a week will completely change your whole shit up. And it'll be so good. That's all for this week. I hope you have an incredible time. Remember to just enjoy your life. Let yourself feel good. You fucking deserve it. You're worth it. You've earned it. Earning is such a bullshit concept. You're the best. Love you.